Welcome back BD1P fans to another speedrunning video. Today is the Backasswards challenge. Now if you don't know, this challenge takes place where you start off Mega Satan's room and work your way backwards through every floor fighting, through every room and every boss again. The interesting quirk about this challenge is you start with 10 random items and 2 key pieces. So my strategy here to get out of the Mega Satan fight fast was one of two things. One, I needed to start with Cursed Eye and like forcibly teleport out, or two, start with, starter deck or booster pack and find a teleport card and get me out of there as fast as I can. I tested it a lot, and respawn items like 9 lives or 1 up do not actually work. It puts you back in this same room here, so that was kind of out of the question. So I knew my only options were pretty much like Cursed Eye, Cursed Penny, teleport cards like the Stars of the Hermit or whatever, but the run should start pretty soon here. This was about like maybe 2 hours of resetting to get a good run, because you gotta understand, fighting Mega Satan, with any build takes about 2 minutes. You have your first phase, you got all your mini bosses to fight, and then you get your second phase. It takes, no matter what your build, it's gonna take about 2 minutes to fight the dude. So that's like a no-go. You need to have a teleport card, and there I got the Hermit card. This is the run right here. You'll notice I actually have the fastest item in the game, you're curious, and I also get Incubus here. Now, me right now, I have Hemolacria. I didn't know that at first. I shoot right there. I'm like, oh shoot, I have Hemolacria and Tech Zero, or Jacob's Ladder, whatever it's called. Or no, sorry, that's Fruitcake. My bad. But that's crazy. Then I look at my items. And I'm like, okay, well I'm gonna lose Hemolacria in 2 floors. Every floor in this challenge, you lose 1 heart container and you lose the bottommost item. So for example, going into Womb 2 here, when I finish this boss fight off, I'm actually going to end up losing Akildem or whatever it's called. Then after Womb 2, I'm gonna lose Hemolacria. But luckily for me, Mercurius is pretty far back in there, to the point where I'm not going to lose that until I think around Caves 2, maybe Depths 1, but I'm pretty confident I can swing this out here. So this is probably not my strongest run. I did have a Spirit Sword run that actually was a little bit faster, but because it's Spirit Sword, I had to play very close to enemies, and when you only have 9 items and you're going to fight Satan, it's not a fun time. Obviously, it's still full hard damage and stuff like that, but this run ended up actually doing pretty well. My pathing was pretty okay for once in my life. I know, God forbid, but it's actually just a pretty standard run. I just run through every single room here, only fight the bosses. There are some times where I kind of screw up and just start fighting rooms for no reason. It's just hardwired into my brain that want to fight rooms in Isaac, I guess, but hey, that's everybody's brain, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, also the biggest thing here too, probably the most important item I have that's not Mercurius, is Glyph of Balance. The reason that's so important is because when I get low on HP, when I'm down a heart, whenever I clear a room or a boss fight, a heart is guaranteed to spawn. Glyph of Balance is an item that drops consumables to your need. So if I'm at like 2 HP or 2 red hearts, I'm going to get a red heart drop after literally every single room, which actually comes into play on, I believe, the Matriarch fight next floor. No, maybe like the Mom fight. It was somewhere in Depths where I just took a ton of damage for no reason, and Glyph of Balance like saved my ass so hard. But yeah, this is your average Mom's Heart fight. Kill it, I'm good, and I start to move on here. I was thinking to myself, like, the biggest thought in my head in this run was managing my HP, because every floor you lose a heart container. As I'm mathing it out in my head right now, I'm going to be dead by the time I reach basement 1. So I'm like, okay, I need to get Spirit Hearts, because those don't go away. Spirit Hearts always stay there. They don't get messed up by the game at all. This pathing was bad. This was a bad path, I think? I don't know. But I needed to make sure I kept my HP decently high. And so I told myself, no devil deals. Don't even think about it, because if you grab one of those deals, you're going to be in a place where you are most certainly going to die. And this run is not unbeatable by any standard, but resetting to look for one certain item is a bitch. And also, fun fact, if you start with the Bethlehem Star, it actually crashes your game immediately. So I had to restart my game, like, I would say over 20 times, just to get this run to work, because I kept crashing and it was super, super annoying. But being an Afterbirth Plus player and Matriarch being added so late into the update or whatever, I didn't actually know how to learn this boss's patterns. I was just, this entire fight I was winging it, because by the time you usually hit Womb, you definitely have more than 8 items. You have some more damage than 3.5, which is where the big bottleneck in this run comes in, is my damage, because you only get a choice of how many items. There is a high chance that none of those are going to be damaged. I mean, I had to fight this challenge on the Nuzlocke stream, and I had to fight Mega Satan with literally less than base stats. Luckily, I had cancer and full red hearts, but that's besides the point. That's slow. This is trying to go fast. This is actually great for me, though, because the Matriarch has a bug where When you kill each of its forms, whether it be like the outer shell or chub, they all drop HP. So you can pretty much just stack up like soul hearts and everything else in that fight, and it's a charm. It's literally just a charm. I walk into that room to dodge that shot right there because I'm still worried about my HP, and then I walk in there to get a card. I'm thinking if I get a full card in there, it'll make my run like exponentially faster. Did not pan out for me right there. Looking for some spirit hearts or maybe even small rock for a little bit extra DPS, but didn't work out. Now is the mom fight. This fight takes me a while. Again, fruitcake's a great item. Incubus, fantastic item. 3.5 damage and like 2.5 tier rate. No thank you. No thank you. Not fun. And if I could change it, I would have rather had, I think, I would have traded in like balance glyph for like any kind of damage at this point in the run. Because now I'm realizing at this point, like, it's only going to get easier as we go on. The bosses get less health, and I don't have any more damage to lose, right? Like, I'm the lowest I can get. So it only gets easier from here. But having Mom be a story boss, and having that, you know, little bit of extra HP, a little bit of beefier fight, it makes this floor feel so slow, and it really, really burns. But we'll finish it off here pretty easily. I also am going to lose Mercurius on, yeah, Caves 2 is what I said earlier. Caves 2. And to be honest with you, I walked in here, I had an Emperor card. Luckily, though, you see, BD1P is actually planning for once. But funny thing in my head, I didn't actually notice that I lost Mercurius. It didn't even click with me until literally Basement 1. That's when my brain was like, hey, you don't have Mercurius anymore. You gotta fight rooms. It was super weird how my brain just adjusted that fast, just having to fight regular rooms. But this will be Depths 1 up here. Believe the boss was, yeah, so these guys sucked. I only have 2 bombs, and they dodged my first one with, like, near perfect accuracy. And again, Sister Viz, they're not the tankiest, but having just 2 hitboxes and both of them having their own attacks is pretty difficult. I'm not at full heart damage anymore. It's a half heart damage because we're on the non-hard floors of the game, but doesn't make it any more fun. If anything here, like, I would have killed for a box of friends because I'm really only fighting boss rooms a half of this run. Now, this is a very interesting choice right here, by the way. I want you guys to realize this. I walked in here, and I skipped Genesis. For one reason. You might be thinking that's literally an entire floor skip. If you hold on to that, and you save it all the way down to Basement 2, and pop it, you basically get a free Basement 1. And that's true. But in the heat of the moment, my brain told me, don't pick that up. You're going to lose all your items. You're going to lose Mercurius, which you still have for this floor to finish it off. And you could potentially... The item pools when it comes to starting with regular items is very odd. For example, if you start with Pentagram on this challenge and reroll, it will not be a devil item. It'll be an item room item, I'm pretty sure, or like a normal room pool item. So I was going to be stuck with potentially, again, no DPS upgrades, no nothing. And it would take time to get more items back. If I would have popped Genesis like on that floor, it would have just wasted more time. Now, yes, I could have carried it down, and I should have carried it down, but my brain's first thought was just take the other item and go. I don't care what it is. This here is a big difference as well. If I would have had Genesis, I would have dropped it for this. Either way. Either way. Because Soul of Urns, whatever the hell it's called, Urns of... sorry. Urn of Souls is what it's called, actually, BD1P, you idiot. Has a unique property, which I don't use too much until the later, I guess more like the earlier floors in the game, but much like Mega Blast, it actually gives you speed when you're walking against the flow of it, and a lot of these doesn't work too well on. But it actually makes you significantly faster. If you pop it once as a small burst and walk backwards with it, it makes you significantly faster. Small little speed tech there. But also is like look at this damage on this boss right here. There should be Caves 1 boss. Yeah. So Carrion Queen has 1 hitbox on her. That took down much more than you would think of her HP. This fight gets scary, by the way. I go down to 1 hit. I walk into my own bomb explosion, and she does a full 1 heart of damage. So I'm thinking, oh shit, I might be dead here. And you can see why I'd like to have all of, Urn of fucking Souls. Oh my god, Urn of Souls charged up here because I would like to have just pierced her with that. But we're fine now. Again, my HP is my worry. I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to lose all my hearts before I reach Basement 1. The Spirit Heart better stay with me. And of course, because I'm BD1P and I blunder a lot, I think I lose it pretty soon into this, which is just not fun. But, the run actually went pretty well. It's a little bit of a longer one. I would think this challenge, because you get 10 items to start out with, would be faster. But because I lost Hemolacria, I lost Mercurius, thank God. Thank the Lord. that I got Soul of Urns. I'm gonna kill myself. Urn of Souls here, because losing Hemolacria earlier on in the run, big DPS downgrade. Losing Mercurius, big speed downgrade. This literally gave me back speed and damage, the two things that I was missing. And here's the Gurgling fight. Now again, I could die literally right here. They have Troll Bombs, and I believe they also do a full heart of contact damage. Very, very like close to death there. I walk in just for the random item. I pick it up because I'm like, okay, I just gotta go at this point. I was hoping for like just anything that I would have killed for Flight, because Flight would have made navigating a lot of the rock rooms easier, and it's 2 seconds of my time to potentially get a game-changing item. But we're getting close to the end of the run here. We have one more floor. You'll see here, I start to actually be able to use the boost on Urn of Souls, because I said it right. Oh my god, I've learned. This is where I realized, like, oh, I gotta use my boost more, because it actually does make me way faster. I use it here to push out of the room. Very small time improvements, but overall, they add up, the small time saves. And I believe this, I forget, Little Horn? Yeah, Little Horn. Who dodges most of my fire. I wanted to use a death card here, but I'm like, I'll just kill her like outright and we'll be fine. I skipped the boss item because we're at the last floor. There's no point in taking it. And I just start boosting the entire way down. I don't boost there because I'm an idiot, or there, I guess. But then I find this and I walk into it, and that is time right there. If you enjoyed the run, let me know. Leave a comment down below what I should speedrun next, whether it be unlocking a tainted character or different challenges. But aside from that, guys, it's been BD1P. Peace out and goodbye.